Welcome back to ARC Synergy. My name is Angeline. I'm a licensed speech language pathologist as well as the founder and CEO of ARC Synergy, where we help clinicians stay licensed, organized, and informed. In today's episode, we're covering important information that you need to know in order to renew your state license. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can follow along visually with the ARC Synergy app. Feel free to leave us a comment and let us know your area of expertise. I'm really curious. And if you're listening to the podcast, all the links and resources discussed today are available in the episode description. Be sure to leave us a review and follow the show so you can be notified of future contents. ARC Synergy, a centralized licensure platform built by an SLP for SLPs, designed for practical clinical application. In this episode, we're walking through the renewal requirements for Montana speech language pathology licenses. So that includes the timelines, the fees, the continuing education needed, and what happens if your license becomes inactive. This is a high-level walkthrough. For full documentation details, the reactivation steps in details, and to receive live updates, you will find everything in the ARC Synergy app. This information applies to speech language pathologists holding a full Montana license through the Montana Board of Speech Language Pathologists and Audiologists. Montana operates on an annual renewal cycle. The renewal window runs from December 4 through January 31st each year. That means you renew every year, and your application needs to be submitted by January 31st to stay active. You will submit your renewal online through the state licensing portal or by mail using the board's renewal form. When you renew, you will also attest that you've completed your required continuing education hours. It is important to complete the application fully and keep your contact information up to date so that the board can reach you if needed. For continuing education, Montana requires 10 total CE hours each year. All 10 hours must be clinically directly related to the scope of practice of an SLP. The board does not pre-approve courses or providers, so it is your responsibility to choose appropriate activities. You also need to keep your CE documentation on file in case of an audit. One key exception is that the CE requirements do not apply until your first full year of licensure. So inside Org Synergy, we clearly show the CE total and clinically minimum needed hours so that you know exactly what to track. Hope you are enjoying this episode so far. Your support is really appreciated. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to let us know what other state licenses you would like us to cover next. If you're listening to this podcast, please give us a follow and leave a comment to let us know what you think of the show. We would really appreciate it. Now back onto the episode. Fees depends on whether you renew before your license expires. If you hold an active license and renew on time, the fee is $110. If your license is inactive and you renew before expiration date, the fee is $55. Renewing on time helps you avoid late fees and having to complete additional steps. If you miss the January 31st deadline, Montana allows a late renewal window of 45 days. During that period, you can still renew, but a late fee will apply. After the late window closes, the license becomes inactive. If your license is inactive, you will need to submit reactivation materials. So those include required forms, of additional fees, proof of 5 CE hours for each year or partial year your license was inactive. You may also need to verify any professional licenses you held during that inactive period. So if you were licensed in any other state. So that's why staying on top of your annual renewal is much easier than going through a reactivation process. We keep Montana board contact information inside Arc Synergy, so it's always one tap away when you need it. So that includes Montana's board email address and their phone number. If you want to stay ahead of Montana's annual renewal deadlines, you want to track your CE hours and confirm the fees and understand what happens if your license becomes inactive, everything we discussed plus the full reactivation guidance is available inside the Arc Synergy app, where you can look up Montana's renewal rules, you can track your Montana state license, and store your CEU certificate all in one place. Arc Synergy, a centralized licensure platform built by an SLP for SLPs, designed for practical clinical application. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. If you'd like to review these requirements on your own time, you can find everything we discussed today directly in the Arc Synergy app. You'll find all the links to the app stores in the description down below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen to get the app on iOS and Android devices. Remember, for short step-by-step app walkthrough and feature demonstrations, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. For real-time licensing updates and rule changes, make sure to follow us on X. If you're looking to connect with other clinicians to ask us questions or join weekly discussions, our Facebook community is open to all clinicians. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you're listening on a podcast platform, a quick follow and review really helps support the channel. Thanks again for being here. I'll see you in the next episode.